Your phone lights up. A friend says, "We're going to that rooftop bar downtown tonight. It gets packed, but it'll be fun." Before you even reply, your body already says no. Not loudly, not dramatically, just a quiet internal "absolutely not" from somewhere deep in your nervous system. The night has not even started, but your mind is already checking the exits. You can picture it clearly. The tight doorway, the music bouncing off the walls, someone brushing past you while you are trying to hear what your friend just said. A table you cannot easily leave without making it awkward. Everyone else calls it good energy. Your brain calls it a lot to manage. So you imagine yourself standing there with a drink in your hand, smiling at the right moments, while part of you quietly counts how long you need to stay before going home feels acceptable. From the outside, this can look boring, dramatic, or antisocial. But inside, it may feel like your system has already calculated the cost. You are not rejecting fun. You may just be sensing crowded places before they even begin. That reaction is easy to judge from the outside. People may think you are overreacting because nothing bad has happened yet. The place is just busy. The music is just loud. The room is just full of people having a good time. So you start questioning yourself. Why can't I enjoy this like everyone else? Why does a simple night out feel like something I need to prepare for? But not every discomfort means you are socially broken. Sometimes your system is only responding to the amount of stimulation it expects to handle. A crowded place asks for more than conversation. It asks you to track sounds, faces, movement, space, timing, and the small pressure of staying pleasant even when your body wants quiet. If this already feels familiar, comment "quiet" below. Not as a label, just as a sign that your nervous system has known this feeling before. And the first reason may be simple. Your brain is taking in more than other people realize. This does not mean you are weak around people. It means your brain may not know how to turn the room into background. Other people can walk into a busy bar, find their friends, and let the rest blur out. The music becomes atmosphere. The strangers become scenery. The noise becomes part of the night. For you, the room may stay active. You hear the chair scrape behind you. Someone laughs too close to your ear. A person keeps moving beside your shoulder. And even while you are trying to listen, part of your mind is tracking where they are. Nothing dangerous is happening. That is what makes it hard to explain. You are not panicking. Your brain is simply refusing to file the extra input under "not important." So, while everyone else is relaxing, your mind may feel like it has too many tabs open. The conversation is still there. So is the noise, the lights, the movement around you. The quiet calculation of how long you need to stay before leaving feels socially acceptable. This kind of attention gets expensive. A crowded place does not only ask you to show up, it asks your nervous system to keep sorting the room again and again. So when you say, "I just don't like crowded places," the meaning may be simple. My brain has to work too hard there. But input is only one part of it. The other part is the quiet pressure to look comfortable when you are not. That pressure can be harder to explain than the noise. You walk in, and suddenly there are small social jobs everywhere. Smile when someone waves. Laugh at the right moment. Answer quickly when someone asks what you have been doing. Look relaxed, even if the music is too loud and you missed half the sentence. None of this is terrible by itself. That is why it can feel confusing. But after a while, the room can start to feel like a stage where everyone is trying to seem more comfortable than they really are. You may not hate people. You may just get tired of acting like the setting is easier than it feels. Crowds rarely give quiet people much room to be quiet without being noticed. Stand alone too long, and someone asks if you are okay. Leave early, and someone jokes that you disappeared. Stop smiling for a minute, and suddenly, your face becomes a group project. So you keep adjusting, a bit brighter than you feel, more available than your body wants to be, less honest about how overstimulated you are. By the time you get home, you are not only tired from the sound, you are tired from being watched by a room you were never fully relaxed in. That is why crowded places can drain more than your ears. They can drain your sense of ease. There is another reason crowded places can feel so expensive. They do not give your mind much room to settle. In a busy room, attention keeps getting pulled outward. Someone starts talking, a song changes, a glass hits the table, a new person walks over, and now you have to shift again. For some people, that kind of stimulation feels exciting. For you, it can feel like your inner signal keeps getting interrupted. You might still enjoy parts of the night, a good laugh, a real conversation in the corner, a moment when the music drops and you finally hear what someone is saying. But the relief usually comes in small pieces. Then the room rushes back in. This is why going home can feel strangely good, even if nothing terrible happened. The door closes. The air gets still. No one needs you to react. No one is standing too close. No one is asking you to keep matching the speed of the room. Your body finally stops bracing. That quiet is not emptiness. It is recovery. It is the moment your mind gets enough space to hear itself again. So when you avoid crowded places, it is not always because you dislike the world. Sometimes you just know where your system can breathe. But crowded spaces are not only loud on the outside, they can also carry emotional noise that other people barely notice. That emotional noise can be harder to escape than the music. A crowded place is not only full of sound, it is full of moods. Someone is trying too hard to seem fine. Someone else is irritated but smiling. A friend is laughing, but their eyes keep moving around the room. Two people nearby are having a conversation that sounds normal, yet the tension between them is impossible for you to unhear. You may not mean to notice these things. They just arrive. A little stress from one corner. A forced laugh from another. The nervous energy of people trying to look relaxed in a room that is not actually relaxing. After a while, you are not only managing yourself, you are quietly adjusting to everyone else's atmosphere too. That is why a crowded place can leave you tired in a way that sleep does not always fix right away. Your body was present, but your attention was busy picking up signals it never asked for. This can make you seem sensitive. But sensitivity is not the same as weakness. It often means your system receives more emotional information than it knows what to do with in the moment. If this helps you understand why crowded places drain you so quickly, hit like. It helps this kind of quiet psychology find the people who need it. Still, sensitivity needs honesty. Because avoiding crowded places can be self-protection. But sometimes, it can also become avoidance. That is the honest part. There is a difference between protecting your peace and letting fear slowly shrink your world. A crowded place may drain you because the input is genuinely too high. The sound, movement, pressure, and emotional noise may leave your system overloaded. In that case, stepping away is not weakness, it is regulation. But avoidance feels a little different. Avoidance does not only say, "This place is too much." It starts saying, "I cannot handle any place like this." Then one invitation becomes 10 reasons to stay home. A birthday dinner feels impossible. A friend's gathering feels unsafe before you even know who will be there. You begin choosing quiet, not because it restores you, but because the outside world has started to feel bigger than you. The question is not, do I like crowds? A better question is, what happens after I avoid them? Do you feel calmer, clearer, and more like yourself? Or do you feel smaller, more afraid, and less willing to try next time? Healthy space gives something back. Avoidance gives relief for a moment, then makes the next step feel harder. This is not about forcing yourself to love crowded places. It is about knowing when you are honoring your nervous system and when fear is quietly teaching it to expect danger everywhere. The goal is not to become someone else. It is to keep your peace without turning your life into a locked room. And this is where solitude matters. Not the kind of isolation that makes your life smaller. The kind of quiet that lets your system come back online. After a crowded place, you may need a room where nothing is asking for your face. No one needs a quick answer. No one is reading your mood. No one is standing too close while your brain tries to settle again. You sit down. The silence feels strange for a minute. Then slowly, your thoughts return to their own shape. You can breathe without performing. You can feel what you actually feel. You can stop reacting to the room and start listening to yourself again. That is why solitude is not always loneliness. Loneliness feels like absence. Solitude can feel like repair. Sometimes you are not escaping people. You are recovering from how much you had to manage around other people. And when you understand that, you stop treating your need for quiet like a flaw. You start seeing it as information. So maybe the real question is not why you hate crowded places. Maybe the better question is, what kind of connection lets you stay present? A quiet dinner with one person may feel better than a room full of people you can barely hear. A walk may feel more real than a packed bar. A slow conversation may give you more energy than a night everyone else calls fun. That does not make you boring. It means your system is more honest and lower noise. You can still love people. You can still enjoy life. You can still say yes sometimes. But you do not have to pretend every loud room feels like freedom. For some people, crowded places feel alive. For you, they may feel expensive, and that is worth listening to. If you know someone who gets called boring or antisocial for avoiding crowded places, share this with them. Thank you for watching until this moment. I'm Can. Subscribe for more videos about quiet people, low social battery, and the psychology behind behaviors most people misunderstand. Goodbye, and see you next time.